Hello guys, myself Zubair from group number 324. Welcome to my next topic. That's topic number 13.3. That's chemoosmotic coupling. Chemoosmotic coupling. As has been said about the oxidative phosphorylation in mitochondria is coupled to ion transport. This is the system of coupled process and is not individual chemical reaction. Slater assumed that the oxidation give rise to primary McCorges, intermediate substances having an excess of free energy and taking part in the phosphorylation. Such substances have not been detected and the physical mechanism of the process is not clear. The Slater chemical hypothesis has been abandoned. The Mitchell chemoosmotic hypothesis has gained wide recognition in 1961. This hypothesis is based on three postulates. First, phosphorylation occurs only in membrane that contains closed vesicles. The membrane separates the interior of the vesicle from its exterior. It has low permeability of the proton. Second, it is assumed that electron transfer between the components of the electron transport chain is accompanied by proton movements across the membrane. The carriers are arranged asymmetrically relative to the two sides of the membrane. The primary McCorge is the protomotive force, that is PMP. That's delta mu H is equivalent to mu H of entry minus mu H of exit is equivalent to RT ln of H positive entry by H positive exit plus delta of phi is equivalent to minus 2.3 RT delta PH plus delta mu. Third is the presumed that delta H determines the synthesis of ATP with the aid of membrane-bound enzyme ATP synthase. This enzyme acts vectorially, creating a channel for the passage of proton across the membrane. The synthesis of the molecule of ATP required the passage of many protons. The enzyme works reversibly upon hydrolysis of ATP. The proton return back across the membrane, which is energized. Before considering the Mitchell's theory, we shall dwell on the general thermodynamic description of chemoosmotic coupling for the coupling of two processes, oxidation and phosphorylation. That is, J naught is equivalent to L11 A naught by T plus L12 is equivalent to AP by T. JP is equivalent to L12 A naught by T plus L22 AP by T. We find JP by J naught is equivalent to Q plus IX divided by L minus 1 plus QX, where Q is the extent of coupling defined as Q is equivalent to L12 divided by under root of L11 L12. The quantity L is equivalent to L22 by L11 raised power 1 by 2, and X is the ratio of the affinity values. X is equivalent to AP by A naught. With the complete coupling, Q is equivalent to 1, JP by JQ is equivalent to L independently of X, as we have been seen. PO is equivalent to JP by JO, that's the number of ATP molecules synthesized through the consumption of oxygen atom, is equivalent to 3. Hence L is equivalent to 3. In the absence of coupling, Q is equivalent to 0, JP by JO, J naught is equivalent to L power 2, X is equivalent to 9, AP by A naught. With incomplete coupling, 0 is less than Q is less than 1, and the PO ratio is non-linearly dependent on X. Experiment shows that the value of Q is close to unity. With the proton movement being taken into account, their fluxes must be considering. The third one begins the H positive flow. The dissipation function has the form, that is sigma is equivalent to T minus 1 bracket start JP AP plus J naught A naught plus JH delta mu H. That's where delta mu H is given by a formula 13.2. The chemical reaction of oxidation and phosphorylation are coupled, and the vectorial proton flux, the coefficient LOH and LPH are different from 0. The Mitchell chemoosmotic coupling is shown schematically in figure 13.7 and coupling system in the membrane. The hydrogen donor delta H2 is oxidized the membrane. The electron are transferred across the membrane along the respiratory chain and via cytochrome oxidase and delivered to the hydrogen acceptor B, that's to oxygen. The acceptor binds two protons from the internal phase of the mitochondrial matrix. This give rise to a proton concentration gradient in excess of proton in the external phase and a proton deficiencies in the internal liquid phase. As a result, this proton are translocated across the membrane in the reverse direction, which provides the phosphorylation reaction. The synthesis of one molecule of ATP leads to the absorption of two protons from the external phase and the extrusion of two protons from the matrix. The mitochondrial membrane operates in the same manner as does fuel element, in which electromechanical properties differs in created as a result of the oxidation reduction process. Thank you. This is all from my side.